we're here again live for our Live Link Weekly Warble. So it's me and Nick, and we are going to be joined, we hope, by Richard Worrell of Edinburgh Sports and Spinal Clinic. And he said he was coming a little bit earlier, so he might be struggling to make it at the moment. So we shall wait and see for him anyway. So we'll just have a little chat amongst ourselves until Richard joins us. So, Nick, over to you. I can see me in stereo at the moment. As I said, one is not amused.
Wendy, that has got to be the funniest thing I've ever done.
Yeah, Nick must have had a sheltered life if that's the funniest thing she's ever done. If you can see behind her, I'm not sure you can. Yeah, she's pointing to it. I wasn't available last week because I had no internet. So Nick decided to take my photograph and put it on a stick and do a puppet show. Yeah, it lasted, thankfully for everybody, it only lasted 2.5 minutes because she was nearly wetting herself laughing, apparently, at my expense. I don't say. So thank you, Nick. So there I am in all my glory, now in stereo. Yeah, great.
I did have to cut it short because I was literally ending myself. I couldn't carry it on any longer.
Yeah, thanks. So Nick, what have we been up to this week?
Do you know something? It's been a really short week, or at least it's felt like a short week, because training new staff last weekend, had Monday off, was poorly yesterday. I've actually done hardly anything this week.
I must admit, poor Nick, she had her vaccination on, Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I spoke to her first thing yesterday morning on Skype, and she sounded absolutely shocking. Some horrible
What did you do?
Yeah, what did I do? Yeah, I'm just too empathetic for words, aren't I? What did I do?
You burst out laughing. I couldn't open my eyes. I was curled up in my bed and I'm like, Wendy, I think I'm dying. And she burst out laughing.
Yeah, you can see everybody really that and I got my own back. Wendy on a stick, I got my own back. I thought it was hilarious. I knew she wasn't dying. It was after side effects from the vaccine. So she was going to be fine. But I thought, got my own. No.
It was funny though. The state I was in yesterday, it was funny.
State you're in most of the time.
Oh, Richard, hang on. Richard, the StreamYard link.
I can't. It's not on it.
No. He's just emailed me and asked him to send him. Hang on. One moment, caller. He's just asked me to resend him the link for StreamYard.
So Richard is going to be joining us at any moment, and we will just carry on talking amongst ourselves. But he's not here yet.
I tell you, thank goodness I get a little preview. It goes ping, and I can see the email that comes in. So I'll resend it to him.
Okay, so Richard will be with us very shortly, and he will be able to tell you all about Edinburgh Sports and Spinal Clinic and his life and how lockdown has treated him. Do you know what will be really interesting for us? Richard has been a client of ours, and we've known him for, must be 4 or 5 years now. I can't remember. And I have never met him. I'm not even seen him on a Zoom call or anything. So it will be lovely to see him.
I think Richard's coming.
I think he might be coming.
I've seen Richard because Richard, mind when I had that wee accident with Brucey and where I was playing with Brucey and he hit me right at the bottom of my jaw. I actually went to Richard and said, Richard, I've got a jaw problem, because Richard is very, very good with jaws. Not do, but do. And actually sorted out my jaw.
Yes, I'm sorry. I think with Richard, here we go. Here's Richard. And he's just talking about you. So you do have all this time that we've worked with you. I've never seen you apart from your photograph.
There you go. That's better. Hasn't it?
In all your gorgeous, handsome glory, here you are.
Well, it's lovely to see you guys as well. It's brilliant.
Hi, Richard. You sorted out my jaw.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, you did too good a job. She can't stop talking.
Oh my goodness.
No, well, I held back 90%, so that's.
A gag would be better next time. Yes, well, after last week's episode, I can continue to be so rude. Thank you. So, Richard, when did you tell us about you? Go on, tell us about
me.
you.
Well, I'm I'm from Edinburgh Sports and Spinal. I'm a physio, and I've been working with you and your lovely ladies for 5 years, I think. Is that right?
Yeah, I think it's 5 years.
It's been great. I mean, I was just a one-man band back then, and I was doing everything, taking phone calls and all sorts, and then came across you guys, and it transformed my business. So I've just been growing since. So, and obviously stayed with you because it's been fantastic. Got a good relationship with you and your team.
Yeah.
Oh, we got on really well with you and your calendar and things.
Yeah, you've definitely grown. You've definitely grown in lots of ways. I mean, you've got 2 children since we started working.
That's true. Yeah, exactly.
How old are you?
So they're 2 and 4. 2 and 4. I've managed to pass them on to a friend to look after whilst I did this, because I thought it'd be a bit too much chaos. Yeah.
Anyway,
we're chaotic every single day of our life when we're working. I mean, we're definitely sort of the swan serene on the top, and underneath the surface, it's just craziness. You should see our Skype groups; they're just madness. Going, come on, now. So it'd have been lovely to see your children. Chaos.
I was talking to you about my son last night, Richard.
Say again, sorry.
I was talking about you to my son last night.
Oh, right.
Because he's at med school at the moment, and he was doing, not that long ago, he was doing like this, but he's doing neuro at the moment. Yeah. And I was saying to him that basically you're our jaw person, your TMJ and what have you. I won't do my do. But I was saying to him last night that if anybody has any problems with their jaw and everything, it's you that we go to.
Thanks. Yeah, I know it's really prevalent at the minute. It's seen loads of people, and it's similar stuff. Just people working from home and stress and all the usual symptoms of what's been going on at the minute. It's been amazing, and one of the main ones that I've been seeing anyway. But
grinding their teeth.
Some are just clenching and just very subconsciously, just from sustaining postures and talking on Zoom and talking on all the just being in front of the computers all day. It's a shame. It's a real
exercise. We're talking.
It's funny that you say. It's funny that you say about some of it is because people have been talking on Zoom, whereas before they would have probably talked face to face. Do you think it's because they're more anxious when they're on Zoom and videos, so they're making more of a conscious effort?
Well, yeah, maybe. That's I think I was chatting to one client and they're saying, you have to be before, you're on the view all the time. So I guess you're holding yourself in a position for so long and smiling or whatever. So I can imagine, it definitely contributes. But,
that's interesting. So you've been seeing more and more of that over the last year, then, since sort of this time last year. Yeah,
definitely. So more sort of probably in the latter stages of last year, and then into the January, February time. So more. So it's it's good to be able to help people because it is something that is kind of easily managed if you know what you're doing and try and change habits and things.
Have you been seeing so many sports injuries? I guess some of those have not so much from the gym and things, or
no, it's been more people getting fit really. So it's that kind of same thing where people have just got a bit more time on their hands, a bit more flexible, so they can take up running, walking, on the bike, these sort of things. And inevitably they do a little bit too much too soon, and a little bit surprised when they're a bit sore. Yeah.
I don't think I've seen so many people jogging and walking and things the last year. Everybody just doing it, aren't they, for something to do as well.
That's it. Oh, it's brilliant. It's brilliant to see on the, when you look outside, and especially with the weather getting better as well. That's great.
Yes, definitely. So have you got any future plans? Are you going to grow huge and be a conglomerate, or what?
Well, maybe. I mean, we're just. We're doing okay at the moment. We're very busy, so we've got Seema and Luca, our other two physios, and we've got another lady, Iona, who's just joined us, who's a sports therapist. So she's just doing a bit more on the sports injury side. We're waiting for Shannon to get back to the massage side of things. So
yes.
So we've got to wait until later on in April before, because our the Scottish rules are a little bit different to down here as well. So but then things might change. You never know. You've got to be optimistic.
I don't think there's ever been more of a time when you've got to be optimistic, or
totally.
There's Sarah, is a bit like Pollyanna. Sarah is. She's always forever positive, isn't she?
Yes.
Well,
that's good. You've got to be. You've just got to have some sort of hope that we're getting through it.
Yes.
Wendy and I just laugh at everything.
Yes, actually we do. Yeah. What else can you do? When things are all sort of falling around your ears, and what can you do apart from laugh sometimes? Otherwise you just panic, and there's no point. No,
exactly. Yeah. No, there's definitely you've got to stay positive. It's all on the horizon. We're almost there, but
we are. I did look at my calendar yesterday and this morning, and I've left something in there which is quite depressing, because I've got a birthday coming up very soon, and I was going away with friends to Barbados, and it's in my calendar, Barbados, and I keep looking and thinking,
fingers crossed. I know.
Well, never mind. Another year, maybe.
Next year. Definitely. Yeah.
So I'm always curious. What took you to Edinburgh?
Oh, my wife. My wife's from Edinburgh. Yes.
Yes.
So, yeah. So, no, and it is fantastic. It's just
beautiful as Edinburgh.
Yeah, I love it. And any excuse, my family always want to come up and visit, and friends, or so it is such a nice city. Could do with a few more degrees warmer, but
of course not. You're not Harvey yet.
Yeah, no, we're very lucky up here.
Oh, it's beautiful. If I could move back up there, I would.
Would you? So, Richard, if you could give anybody some top tips for this lockdown period, even though we are coming out of it soon, what would you suggest people did to keep themselves mentally fit, maybe as well, and just a little bit happy and positive and not achy painy?
Yeah, I guess the main thing I tell my patients is just try and structure in some time, so try and mimic what they did before. Make sure they're going out for a walk first thing, in the middle of the day and later. And the light and the summer will definitely help. So definitely just structure in something. But equally during working hours, make sure they're moving regularly. Any excuse, stand up. If you're on the phone, stand up and take the call. Lots of movement. That's probably tip number one, is just move. That is definitely it. Any excuse.
Yes, moving would be fantastic, wouldn't it, really?
No.
So it doesn't help that I've got a coffee machine behind me, so I'm just walking downstairs.
Yeah, you could do it, moving that a little bit further. Another meter. Small steps.
Small steps. That's a good idea. Yeah. Do you think people are doing more than they were doing before? Do you think people are doing more now exercise than perhaps they were doing before?
Well, interestingly, someone was telling me, you know, whilst in the office sort of environment, people they were moving a little bit more than they were at home because they were able to, you know, they were able to nip to grab a coffee or go to someone else's desk, go for a chat. You know, they'll have stairs that they have to climb, or you know, and even their commutes. You know, they'd be walking into work or whatever, you know, or walking to the bus. I mean, there's loads of stuff that's just being missed out. Whereas, and I can imagine for a lot of people, it's so easy to just work solidly all day, and I bet it's quite hard to tear yourself away from work. It's very tricky. And I feel so privileged that we've been able to stay open this lockdown since Christmas. I feel so privileged because you realise like how lucky it is just to actually physically see someone and see my patients, and it's lovely because they, you know, often I'm like the highlight of their day to come to, you know, they can get out of their house and come and see the physio, you know. So it's great. It's really nice.
For a long time, about the only person I saw was the postman.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, I think he was terrified in the end. He would put something on the doorstep and almost run away because he thought, "Oh my gosh, she's going to engage me in some meaningful conversation. I need to run away." Now a year later, I can't be bothered.
Yeah.
I've got the Amazon drivers trained. They actually don't knock on my door anymore. They just look up to the window. I give them the thumbs up enough to go again.
Yeah, well, I think my most embarrassing moment was, I remember this, Nick, when my postman said to me, he knocked on the door, he stood back and he put 3 parcels on the doorstep. And this was not a rare occurrence. And he just looked at me and went, "Are you building a cardboard city?" I was so embarrassed. Yes, Amazon has been my friend, to be honest.
I think we've got shares in Amazon coming.
I wish I didn't have shares in Amazon. I wish I bought shares in Zoom 14 months ago. We'd be millionaires by now. So, your top tips: keep moving, however small the steps are.
Exactly, Nick.
Take your calls standing up.
Yeah.
Do that.
And just factor a little bit of movement into your day, really.
So just keep it simple, and it definitely goes a long way. It's just little bits each day.
Great stuff. And if anybody's in the Edinburgh area and has got an achy back, achy jaw, or just wants to go and have a chat with Richard,
I'm here.
give him a ring. You'll get us, mind you. You'll get us. Bad luck. But we can book you in with Richard. We'll have a chat with you first as well. And I'll put the details in the link of how to get in touch with you or us.
That's right. Perfect.
And
it's been so lovely to see you.
First time in 5 years I've seen you. That is poor, isn't it? That is poor. I must make, when we're out of lockdown, I might even make a trip up to Edinburgh.
Oh, you should. Come on up.
Pick me up on the way by.
What do you mean on the way by? I'm in flipping Norwich.
That's me. You need to get to Richard.
What, Blackpool?
Yeah.
A bit of a zigzag.
Just a slight zigzag.
Yeah, go up this M6, M55, back onto the M6, onto the M74, and off you go.
All worked out there.
Yeah, I can show you the scenic route going up the Beef Tub Road.
Yeah, but I must come up to see you in Edinburgh. It'd be lovely to see you. Get some miles in my car. That'd be good. Anyway, I said I'll put the details, contact details in here as well, and we'll share this for you. And thank you so much for being a part of it.
Pleasure.
We always said it was going to be more Mrs. Merton than Paxman.
Yeah, I know, that's right.
So lots of love to everybody as well, and all the people, or anybody watching us, or at any point, lots of love to you, and we'll see you all next week.
Thank you, Richard.